who is a physiotherapist, an AI automation enthusiast, and he's joining from Elisha, Osun State. That's good. That's good. So good to have you on the call. Obi Stevens, a farmer slash a pastor. Nice to have you on the call, Obi. Um, all right, so I have Stanley. Stanley is an HR professional joining from Port Harcourt. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, how many of us are interested in being business analysts, project managers, AI automation engineers, data analysts, HR analysts? Just let me know your interest in the chat. Which of the programs are you currently interested in? Is it AI automation? Is it business analysis, data analysis, HR analysis? Let me know in the chat. Project management. Let's drop it in the chat. Oh, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in that. I can see what you guys do currently. So I would like to know which of the programs you're interested in. All right, we have Yusuf, who is a risk analyst joining from Abuja. That's amazing. Nice to have you on the call. Risk analyst, that's good. So Stanley is currently in HR analysis and is in the July cohort. That's good. Nice to have you on the call. Nice to have you on the call, Stanley. Okay, so we have Success here. Success is an HR analyst and is interested in AI automation. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, so without further ado, like I said, reach out to your friends, people, colleagues that I feel like they should benefit from this particular webinar. Okay, so the topic for today, the topic for today is building smarter business workflows with AI, automation, and project optimization. Building smarter business workflows with AI, automation, and process optimization. Yeah. Okay, Success, I know you're a lady, actually. I said, and is interested in, not he is. Sorry, maybe because of the way I spoke about, I said it. All right. So Obi is interested in AI automation. That's amazing. Jamil project management. That's good. So it's actually very good that we have a very good understanding of the programs we are interested in, so that you can start your journey tonight. Okay, so I can start your journey tonight. And the goal of this particular webinar, let me get there. Okay, so yeah, if you're hearing about us for the first time, give me a thumbs up. If you're hearing about us for the first time, give me a thumbs up. Okay, if you're hearing about us for the first time, this is the Analytics Business, and we are a leading e-learning platform, right? So what we do majorly, in few words, is that we train you on how to leverage AI in your current role, or how to pivot to working in tech. Okay, and all our programs are beginner friendly. So it means that if you don't have prior knowledge about any program you want to take with Analytics Business, we can give you it's beginner friendly majorly. And then we also help teams. Okay, so if you're working in an organization and you feel like, oh, I want my staff or I want my team members to learn more about AI and how to better our process as a business, then you can bring us on board to train your staff, right? We train them for a few weeks, a few days, a few months, depending on what you want, and then they'll be able to give you better results. Okay, so yeah, that's that about the Analytics. And my name is Mercy. I already introduced myself earlier. I'm a BA/PM, been doing this for close to a decade now, and I've been able to help businesses solve problems. Okay, I think I can call myself a consultant when it comes to business. Okay, so I tend to figure out what the problem of the business is and help them solve their problem. Just like everyone has a problem on this call. So we say, oh, I don't have a problem. Well, the truth is everyone has a problem. Okay. So so um as much as we all have problems, businesses also have problems. Okay. So what we do as BAs and PMs is to solve the business problem, try to figure out what the problem actually is, right? Root cause analysis, figure out the bottlenecks, and then improve the process and solve the problem. All right. So that is what I do. Mercy Alabi is my name. Okay. So before we go straight into what we're doing tonight, I have a question for you, right? And I want you to answer in the chat. I have a question for you. Okay. So if AI could save you 10 hours every week, what would you do with that time? Right. So if you had 10 hours free to yourself every week because you've been able to leverage AI, maybe automate a process, maybe outsource a procedure, what will you do with that time? What would you do with that time? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chats. What would you do with that time? You're able to outsource some tasks to AI. You're able to save 10 hours of your time per week. What would you do with that time? I'm expecting feedback in the chat. Okay. Let me know in the chat. This is an interactive webinar. All right. So you cannot sit on the fence. You cannot sit on the fence. If one thing you need to understand about analytics is that we carry you along. Even when you're a student in the program, we always carry you along. We're always carrying you along in classes. You have to give feedbacks. We have to be sure that you're on the call. All right. So let me know in the chats, what would you do? Typically, you would say, oh, I would spend more time with my family, I would rest more, I would learn a course, I would pay more attention to my health, I would play games, I spend time with my friends, I reach out to my loved ones. So those are some of the things that you can do when you have at least 10 hours every week to yourself. You pay more attention to more important tasks. You do more important things. And that is why you need to learn how to leverage AI as a professional. So it's not just because the world is changing, it's not just because AI is taking over jobs or the likes. It's majorly because AI is helping you improve your processes and it's giving you avenue to save time. For example, as a graphic designer, you would know that to create a very good visually appealing design, you'd probably spend 2 3 hours depending on how good you are and how fast you are, how fast you ideate, how fast you put things together, how fast you get resources online, and all of that. But with the advent of AI, tools like Gemini, tools like Nano Banana, tools like even ChatGPT, right? With a simple prompt, you can generate very amazing designs, and it would look like it was designed by a professional. Am I correct? Am I correct? There are some designs you see and you'll be like, are you sure this is AI? Because of how good it looks, how visually appealing it is, right? But when you are able to save that time, the time of designing and all of that, then you can know and you can tell that AI has helped you save time. Okay, so AI is not just here to make us feel like, oh, in the next 2 years our life is going to be upside down. It is here to actually help you save time. So the things you'd have to do manually or you used to do manually, it can help you do automatically now. All right. So in today's session, we'll be looking into how to leverage AI, how to start your career journey in tech, how to learn how executives think about projects, how to discover skill organizations actually reward, and how to start your journey in tech. So the world has changed, like I said earlier, and the world of work has changed. All right, the world of work has actually changed. Before now, we used to do a lot of manual documentation as BAs and PMs, even as professionals, okay? So if you work in an organization, you know that you're always documenting, you're always taking records, you're always giving reports, all right? So before now, we used to do a lot of manual documentation. But right now, with the use of AI, we can document automatically. For example, right now on this call, we have Google Gemini connected to Google Meet. So what that means is that after this call, you would get a okay, I can even see some AI assistants on the call already. So after this call, you would get a summary of everything that went down on this call. For example, if you go to the chat right now, you see Alia's note taker. This is an AI bot that all it does is to come into this meeting. There's probably an Alia on this call. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So all it does is it comes into the meeting on your behalf and then takes records, takes summary, and sends it to your mail after the call. Can you imagine how cool that is? So instead of you to manually document summary of the meetings and all of that, AI is already doing it for us. Another thing is reporting. Okay, another thing is reporting. For data analysts, enthusiasts on the call, for those that do a lot of analysis, you'd also have to do a lot of reporting. So AI can help you do that, right? Research is another thing, analysis, revision, another thing, okay? So one of the things that you need to know is that AI doesn't outrightly eliminate work, okay? So the fact that there is AI and you can leverage AI does not mean that you would not have to do anything, all right? You still have to prompt it, you still have to review, okay? It does not eliminate work, it only eliminates repetitive work. Are we together? Guys, if we're together, give me a thumbs up. If you are together, if we are together, give me a thumbs up. Amazing, amazing. So it means that AI doesn't eliminate work. You still have to get your hands dirty and do some things. But the only thing is that AI can help you work faster, it can help you work smarter, and then it can eliminate repetitive work. So if there's a task rather that you're always doing, you're doing consistently, you're doing continuously every day, every week, every month, then how about we make it automatic? So much so that we don't have to manually do this task all the time. All right. And that's the kind of mindset I want you to have moving forward. Okay. As a professional in this world right now, as a professional in the current world, in the current work world, right? You need to understand that you would have to leverage AI. You would have to learn how to leverage AI in your field. Okay. Now, moving on, we have a case study. Okay, we have a case study that we want to work on today. Remember, the topic is on process improvement, and it's also on how to leverage AI, how to automate certain processes. All right, and then we're going to do it together right now. Before I continue, please, there's a link in the chat. The link is an attendance form. All right, Deborah, please let me send it again. The link is the attendance form, and if you need access to the resources that we're going to be using in this call, okay, I'm very sure you need access to it. So yeah, you need to fill out this form. I'm very sure a lot of people like, oh, the recording, I want to implement, I want to do all of that. So you need to fill out this form so that you get access to the resources that will be used in this call, okay? So I get access to the recordings that will be used, the recordings from the call, and then the resources from the masterclass. All right, now it doesn't take you more than 1 minute, 2 minutes. So just make sure you do that immediately, okay? Make sure you do that immediately. Now, Quick Bites is the case study we're working with today, and Quick Bites is a fast-growing food delivery platform. All right, it's a fast growing food delivery platform, just like Uber Eats, just like Chowdeck, just like Glovo. All right, it is a fast growing food delivery platform, and they are currently experiencing issues. They're currently experiencing issues in the organization. Some of the issues are delayed deliveries, inconsistent order fulfillment, okay, and ineffective support processes. Now, one of the major things, we are doing two major things on this call. One is to look into their current process. All right, we're looking into their current process. We are picking out the bottlenecks in their current process, and then we are going to look at how to automate certain processes. Okay, now let's look into the pain points. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat. I'm actually looking at the chat right now. So if you have questions, drop it in the chat and I would answer as we go. Okay? Yeah, I'll answer as we go. Now, Quick Bites has three major issues. One is delayed deliveries. What that means is if you order by 12, you can be getting your food by, let's say, 6 p.m., right? Which is not a good thing. Okay, so the second thing is inconsistent order fulfillment. So it means that if you probably order for shawarma, you might be getting chickpeas. Do we know chickpeas? I think we should. So they sell it mostly at chicken rep. So if you order for shawarma, you might be getting chickpeas. They're still very similar, but how about if the person doesn't like chickpeas? Okay. And then inefficient support processes. So what it means is that customers reach out for help, maybe complain or something, and then what happens? They don't get feedback, they don't get responses on time. Sometimes they get responses, sometimes they don't, sometimes they get responses late. But that's what inconsistent support process means. Okay, so we are looking into the current process of the business, and then we're going to look at how to automate the customer support um process. Okay, we're not doing anything bulky today. All right, it's just very simple LLMs, and we take it up from there. All right, I've already generated the current process of the business, and I want to show you right now. Okay, and the tool that I use to generate it is Eraser AI. Eraser AI, or let me just say eraser.io, because you might not pick that up very quickly. So that is the tool that is currently opened on my tab. So with the use of AI, I was able to generate the current process of the business. Okay, you can see this tab here is a tab for interaction with the AI feature in Eraser. Can we all see my screen? Can we all see my screen? All right, that's great. So just like you would interact with ChatGPT, Gemini, the likes. So this is Eraser, and Eraser is for building process maps. Okay, another tool that is similar to Eraser is Mirrored AI, Lucid Chat, Draw.io. Which other one is there? Whimsical. Okay, so those are tools that you can use to map out your process. Okay, and what is process mapping? For those that are not conversant with the word, process mapping is picking out the business, is a visual representation of the process of an organization. Okay, so it's more like your SOP. Your SOP is your standard operating procedure. Okay, so it's more like your SOP, but the only difference, the major difference actually, is that the process map is a visual representation, right? So in the process map, you can see how work flows. You can see how work flows through different individuals in the process. Let me zoom this in. Okay, so here you see the customer's lane. Okay, so this point, this colon, this row, is this a row or a colon? Okay, this is a row. So this row, you can see that this row is that of the customer. All right, we call it lanes actually in the swim lane diagram. We call it lanes. Okay, so this is a lane, and then this is another lane, quick bite platform. Right, that's the platform where people place their order and everything. Okay, so this is the other lane. So the process map primarily shows how work flows through the organization. All right, now you can choose to map out processes based on departments, because if you are looking into a big organization and then you're mapping out the process map for all the departments, it can be very cumbersome and confusing. All right, so you can see that I don't have more than 4 lanes here. Okay, I don't have more than 4 lanes. You can have 5 lanes, can have 6 lanes, but it can be confusing. Okay, so this is just the current state, the current process of food ordering and all of that. So now that we've mapped this out, I already mapped it out. Like I said, this is the prompt I used. This is the prompt I used to map it out. Okay, I think I should just map it out here so that you guys can see how the AI works. It's very, very simple, very seamless, and you don't have to stress doing it at all. Okay, you don't have to stress doing it at all. So now I want you to map it out again for me, and then I'll show you how it works. So all you need to do is to sign into Eraser and then put in your prompt. My prompt is very easy, very simple. Okay. This is my prompt here. Create a BPMN 2.0 swim lane diagram for the customer order placement and restaurant acceptance process for Quick Bites. What is Quick Bites? Quick Bites is a food delivery platform. One of the issues a lot of people face is that they don't give the right prompts to AI, and they are wondering why AI is not giving them the same thing. For instance, earlier I was saying that ChatGPT can create very amazing designs, and then someone is like, no, there's no how ChatGPT will create a design. You don't know that it's ChatGPT. Well, let me show you something. Okay, let me digress a little, just a little. We're going back to class very soon. So look at this design here. Look at this design on your screen. Are you aware it was ChatGPT that generated it? Are you aware it was ChatGPT that generated it? So you'll be shocked that, so ChatGPT can do something like this. Well, the truth is because you are not using it correctly. Okay, that's why prompting is very important. So now my prompt is very detailed. I told it to have these lanes: the customer lane, the quick bites platform lane, the payment gateway lane, the restaurant partner lane. Okay, then I'm telling you where to start from. Start with customer opens quick bite app, follow the process. So now I wrote down the process, right? And then I gave it like little details here and there. Okay, don't forget to fill out that form so that I get access to all these resources. So now I'm going to run this, and then it will start generating. You can see that it's already generating. Okay, and that's how it will generate till it is done. Look at that. Can you see how fast that was? Can you see how fast that was? Guys, give me a thumbs up if you are impressed. Like, I'm expecting reactions. Okay, that was very fast. That was very fast. And that's because I gave it the right prompt and I'm using the right tool. Okay, so it was able to generate the process map very, very fast for me. Very, very fast for me. So this is how to save time, because if you were to do this as as a business analyst or a project manager or even an AI automation engineer, okay, because there are some projects you work on that you need to go into the ground, the grassroots. You need to understand the grassroots of the matter. All right. For example, I need you to first understand something. Okay, if you have a bad process and you automate, you're only making the bad process work faster. Do you understand? If you have a bad process and you automate that process, you're only making the automation or the bad process work faster. You know, the goal of automation is to make you work faster, your work faster. Okay, you should make it less human, like you don't have to be doing it by yourself all the time, less manual, that's the word. Okay, you're trying to make it faster, you're trying to make it better, you're trying to reduce the human labor there. So if you have a bad process, remember we are talking about process maps. If you have a bad process and you automate that process that is bad, you're only making the process faster, the bad process fast. For example, all right, for example, looking at our case study, one of the issues that they are facing is that they don't get response from customers fast, from customer support team rather. They get response very late. Another issue is that they can place order for shawarma and they'll be getting chickpeas. Another issue is that what's the next issue now? Let me quickly check. Another issue is that delayed deliveries. They can place order early and then they are getting it late in the evening. So if you now come, they hire you as the automation engineer and say, oh, who is that person that was interested in automation? Safe. Let me check. So they hire you, Success, and tell you, oh, Success, hi. Please, our organization, we feel like the issue we are facing is that we need to automate, right? They are coming to you and they're telling you, oh, we just feel like the issue is automation. Help us just automate the whole process. And then Success does not ask any question. Oh, what are the issues you are currently facing? How can we make it better? Blah, blah, blah. What are customers actually complaining about? And then Success just comes into the organization and build a workflow for them on N10 or Make or Zapier. Just do something very nice for them. And then customers get emails every month or every day. Oh, your food has gone, your food is on the way, your food. So it's funny. I'm even saying that I'm laughing already, but it's very funny. So customers are getting email, your food is on the way, your food has left the store, your food has left the restaurant, and the person gets your food is on the way by 2 p.m. By 4, the food has not gotten there. You can imagine how as agitated the person will be, because what's happening to the food? Did the rider eat it? You understand? So you've come, Success has come to the organization to speed up the process, to automate the process, right? Instead of customer support reaching out to the customer and saying your food is on the way manually, it automatically sends them that email. Okay, so automatically they are getting these updates, they are getting the updates. But here's the thing, that is a bad process already. There's a bad process on ground, and then they bring in Success automates the bad process. It just makes the bad process faster. So you need to first understand the bottleneck, the issues, before you can automate. That's why process mapping is very important. And I just showed you a tool that can do it for you in less than 2 minutes. Okay, so instead of you to sit down and be looking at this process, all of that, don't worry, when you come into the program you understand these things better. This is a master class. All right, this is a master class. I will not teach you like break it down like we would in class. So when you are ready, when you sign up, when you come into the program, you would have access to these things fully. Okay, so this is just to show you that AI can do this for you. Now I want to show you using ChatGPT. All right, I mentioned that we're only doing majorly two things today. I called it a complaint analyzer. All right, complaint analyzer. So we're going to use ChatGPT for this very quickly. Okay, we're going to use ChatGPT for it, and it's a quick bite complaint analyzer. Okay, I have my prompt here, and then I'm going to tell it to act like a, sorry, give me a minute. Okay, I'm going to tell it to act like a customer support assistant. Someone gave a thumbs down. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay. If you gave a thumbs down, you can just let me know what the issue is in the chat so that we can trash it out. Okay. So if you don't understand something, you have a question, please drop it in the chat. Just drop it in the chat. I would answer them immediately. All right. So now we are looking at a complaint analyzer, and what I want this complaint analyzer to do for me is to look into the customer's complaint and then tell me how best to navigate that issue. Okay, so now this is my prompt. My prompt says, you are a quick bite customer support AI assistant. In prompting, I said, some people might not know, but in prompting, the first thing you want to do is to give it a role. Okay, you want to give it a role. What role is this LLM playing? Acts like a so. Acts like a customer support rep. Acts like a procurement officer. Acts like a senior data analyst with over 20 years of experience working in oil and gas. You are literally giving it a role to embody. All right, so that is the first rule when it comes to prompting. The second rule is you give it a task. Okay, so when you're giving it a role to play, you are giving it a task to do. Then the third one is what? Context. 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 All right, so in context, you give it more information around that task. For example, if I'm telling it, let me go back to that prompt I used. So let me go back to eraser. Look at this now. Let me zoom in so you can see it properly. So see now, create blah, 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 acceptance process for Quick Bite, a food delivery platform. So if I just say for Quick Bite, it might not understand, okay? But since I've given it that context that, Quick Bite is a food delivery platform, it can fully grasp what is meant to do, okay? It can fully grasp what it is supposed to do. So context is very key. In context, you give it more information around the task that you're telling it to do. So you're telling it, create this, use these terms, use this sequence, follow this rule. So basically, you're giving it a lot of information around what you're telling it to do. Okay. Then the last thing is format. All right. Some people follow different strategy to come up with their prompts, but this is one I follow and it works well. So you have one, you guys count it with me wherever you are, say it out loud. One, you give it a role. Two, you give it a task. If you're not saying it, you are wrong. Three, you give it context. And then four, you give it format. The format through which you want it to give you the output. All right. So it's a garbage in, garbage out situation with LLMs. LLMs are tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, name it. Okay, so those are LLMs. Now, I'm telling it to act like a customer support AI assistant for quick bites. All right. So because I've used ChatGPT before with this case study, I didn't put it, but let's just put it. Quick Bite is a food delivery platform. All right. Okay, so now I'm telling it to analyze the the customer complaints below and return these things, 6 things. 1, the issue category. 2, the customer sentiment. 3, the priority. Is it low? Is it medium? Is it high? Or is it critical? Is there fire on the mountain? So that we can know the one to trash out first. 4 is key information extracted. What are the key information that were extracted from this complaint? Okay. So 5 is the recommended action. What action, as you that you are the what now customer support AI assistant, what action do you think we can take? 6 is a professional response to the customer. So if you are a business owner, for instance, and by the way, this process can be automated, okay? So you can build an automation around this, but I'm just showing you how to use ChatGPT because ChatGPT is just a very handy one that you can just, if I take you to anything or make now, some people just be like, where are we? Where are we? So at least ChatGPT, you know ChatGPT every day, everybody uses ChatGPT. All right. So now, it can be automated. It's a process that can be automated, like I said. So this, if you're a business owner or you're just a professional in the sales category, and you feel like sometimes when customers complain, you don't have the best response in that moment, this is a template you can use, okay? So you can use this particular prompt and then you can use it to generate a feedback for the customer. Now, 6 is a professional response to the customer. What is the customer complaint? What is the customer complaint? The customer's complaint is, my order was supposed to arrive at 2 p.m., but it's now 3:15 p.m. The app hasn't updated and nobody has contacted me. So what this means is that the customer placed an order on Quick Bite. They saw that their food will get to them by 2 p.m. We all know things like this where you book a ride and you already know the time that the ride will get to you. You can see something like rider is closed, rider is going to get to you in 2 minutes, you know, all those updates. This person got an update that their food will get to them by 2. It was already 3:15 and nobody has contacted. It means no rider, no restaurant, nothing. Nobody has reached out to them. And then the app hasn't updated as regards the status of the food. Okay, so this is the prompt we are running with, and then let's run it, see what ChatGPT will give us. All right, this was how many seconds? How many seconds? Just very short, fast, and simple. So now, what's the issue category? The issue category is delayed delivery. Okay, delivery delay and order tracking. It means 1, their food was delayed. 2, they couldn't track. Okay, what's the customer sentiment from this? Okay, from this you can already tell what the sentiment of the customer is. The customer is frustrated and disappointed. What's the priority? Priority is very high, of course, because this food has to get to this person ASAP. What's the key information that was extracted, okay, from this complaint? You can see now, typically, the customer support team has to manually document all these things. They will write it. Do you understand how AI is helping us? Guys, can you see how AI can help you? If you are a business owner here, like, this is literally how you can leverage AI to document professionally, okay, to document professionally. Now, The key information extracted, sorry about that, is that the expected delivery is 2 p.m. The current time is 3:15. Delay is already 1 hour 15 minutes. The app tracking has not been updated and the customer has received no conversation and no communication. What's the recommended action? Okay, one is to immediately check the order and rider status. So you have to contact the restaurant or the rider for an updated ETA. ETA means expected time of uh, expected, let me check. ETA, expected time something something. I was thinking to be delivery. Yeah, expected time of arrival. Good. So ETA means expected time of arrival. Okay, then you update the customer. Are we together, guys? If you are still with me, give me a thumbs up. Can everyone see my screen? Can everyone still see my screen? All right, great. So the customer support team is to contact the rider and the restaurant, update the customer because yeah, this customer needs updates. Then you escalate if the order cannot be contacted, sorry, cannot be located, or delivery is significantly delayed. So look at how AI has just helped you. Like, so this is just it's simple, right? You just be like, oh, the customer support team know what to do. But sometimes there are some issues that are just like, where do we even start from? Okay, there are some issues that are very critical that you can leverage AI in fixing. Now, what's the professional customer response when it comes to relating with the customer? We are sorry your order is delayed, and that you haven't received an update. We understand how frustrating it is to wait without any information. It's just like you're supposed to meet someone in a location, and then you've called the person, and the person said, "Oh, I'm coming." 1 hour, I'm coming. 2 hour, like at some point you can't even reach the person anymore. You can imagine how frustrating how frustrating that would be. You call the person, I'm coming, the person says I'm coming, and then you've waited 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm still coming. Like, where are you? So that's how frustrated the person is right now. So it goes, we are checking the status of your food with the restaurant and delivery team now. We'll provide you an updated delivery time as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience, and we apologize for the inconvenience. Lovely, professional, very good. This gives your customer what? Peace of mind that their money did not go to waste. Yeah, it gives the customer peace of mind that their money did not go to waste. Now, I want to drop another complaint, and then we'll see how AI is going to generate something for us. Okay, I want to drop another complaint, and the complaint is about being debited twice for their food. Being debited twice for their. So I'm just going to give this more context. Of course, the interesting thing about AI is if you give it a lot of information once, it can pick up data from there. Okay. So this is the customer complaint too. I was charged twice for an order. All right, I was charged twice for an order. Look at it. Issue category, duplicate charge, payment issue. Customer sentiment, frustrated and concerned. Priority is high. Key information, customer reports being charged twice for the same order, blah, blah, blah. Now let's go to the resolution. We are sorry about the duplicate charge on your order. We understand how concerning it is to see the same order charged twice. Review your payment transactions and confirm what happened. If a duplicate payment was successfully proceeded, we'll arrange a refund for the extra charge. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience while we resolve this. This is so good. Okay, this is really, really amazing. Now, what you now need to do is to tell it, oh, give me these details in a sheet. So it keeps being updated as we go. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you to create a sheet for me with these details, and then let's see what it generates for me. Yeah, so you can see, absolutely, I've put both complaints into an Excel tracker that can make keep updating as we analyze more complaints. So it will keep updating as we analyze. So as you can, as you send complaint 3, 4, etc., I can keep adding them to the same structure and return the updated sheets. Can you see that? So it means that the more I come on this particular page of my ChatGPT and drop complaint, it will be updating automatically on my behalf. Can you see how good that is? You guys are not reacting. You are not, oh my God. You people don't know how it can save a customer rep time. Okay, it can save somebody's time. Look at it. It's generated an Excel sheet for me. This is the ID of the complaint. Okay, the customer's complaint, the issue category, the customer sentiments, the priority, and then the key information extracted from that complaint, then the recommended action. So it also has professional response here, and that is that. And this is highly editable, okay? So if I want to add one more here now, I can type, I believe I can type, let's try. Okay, it's not fully open, so I can't type right now. Okay, so when it opens up, I can type, I can add, edit, I can do everything. All right, and then the more I complain, let me drop one more. Food is cold. Okay, let's drop one more and see how fast it can update it. Okay, so now it has given me the updated file. Look at it here, guys. Are we together? This is it here. So it automatically keeps updating. It will be giving me the updated version as we go. And that is that. That's that about the case study. That's that about the case study. I am actually very, very amazed and even interested in how much I can build with ChatGPT and simple LLM tools. Okay? Somebody is crying. Nobody should cry. Oh. You want us to continue? You want us to continue? If you want us to continue, give me a thumbs up. Maybe we can beg our guys if they will let us continue. Okay. Okay. So we're going to continue. Don't worry. We're going to continue. So this manual work, it shows us how you can move from manual work to intelligent workflow. Okay, it shows us how we can move from manual work to intelligent workflow. You'd pick up the current state of the business, you map out the process. Okay, you remember process mapping with eraser. Okay, yeah. Then you find the bottlenecks. What are the issues with this current state? What are the issues with this organization? You redesign the flow. All right. Of course, we didn't do all of this today because it's a master class, like I said. If we're in an actual class, one of my students is here. She has been giving me thumbs up since. So if we're in an actual class, you would know that, yes, these things will break it down fully, right? You redesign the flow, you add AI where needed. You're just joining. So sorry. All right, so there's a form before your message. Just fill out that form. You get access to the recording, okay? You get access to the recording. Don't worry. It's currently being recorded. Fill out that form. You get access to it. Now you add AI where needed. You automate the actions. You keep human control. You measure your results, and then you continuously improve Okay. Now, for those of us that don't want us to continue, will you like to go deeper into other data analysis, business analysis, project management, AI automation? Would you like to go deeper into how it works, how you build, how you solve problems, how you automate processes? Nobody is giving me reactions. Should we end the session? Nobody is giving me reactions. Would you like to go deeper? Would you like to understand better how these things work? Okay, how these things work. Of course, the end goal is that you start your journey into being an AI automation engineer, into being a business analyst, into being a project manager, into being a data analyst, into being an HR analyst. Okay. So the goal of this call, of this session, is to show you how it works, how you can automate certain processes, how you can make processes better as a business analyst. So now here's the trick. Before now, it used to be like very, very difficult for people to move from one trade to another, from one career path rather to another. But right now it's a lot seamless, it's a lot easier. So you can be a teacher on the call, a receptionist, a finance officer, a risk analyst, a lecturer, anything at all, right? A pastor. I saw a pastor of farmer earlier. So you can be anything, and then you can move from where you are to being AI intelligent, being an AI professional. Okay. So you can be an AI business analyst, you can be an AI project manager, you can be an AI automation engineer, an AI data analyst, even an AI HR analyst. So nothing stops you from pivoting, nothing stops you from taking the bold step to change your career path. Okay. And like I said, the world is changing. The people that are going to be employing in coming years is not people that just have certificates. They are not people that just have certificates. They are people that have built something, people that can show results, people that their workflows, their solution, their initiatives can birth very good results for the organization. Okay. It's just like you have a company, a business. The person that brings in the most sales is your best friend. Of course, the person that brings in the most sales will be your business, your best friend. Like, oh, I want to have this person on my meeting. I want to have this person in my team. Of course, because of how good and how tactical the person is. All right. So before now, people used to gather certifications. We want to gather certifications and all of that. But right now, people are looking into building portfolios, building what's the word? Proof. Okay. Building proof that yes, we can do these things. We've done it before. All right. For data analysts on the call or data analysis enthusiasts, okay, you already know that people don't want to see your certificates. They want to see how many dashboards you've built. They want to see your dashboards. They want to see how it's informed decision making in the organization. All right. AI automation engineer, they want to see the workflows, how you're able to cut time, how you're able to save costs. All right. Because automation is about saving time, saving costs. Okay. Because the cost of employing 5 people or 10 people can be cut off, and then you just automate that process. Okay. So that is that about that. And for each of our programs that I already mentioned, all right, for each of the programs, there is a way through which we run them. And it's not just a one-time course where we just show you we just send you a link to a video, and then you watch video and watch video and watch video, and then we give you certificates. No, we have 8 weeks live training, just like what we are having now. Your facilitator on the call, and then you get to ask questions, you get to interact, you get to work, you get to build. Okay, it's a master class. Else, what I was saying earlier, my students, they know they'll be doing it as I'm doing it. You have to come with your laptop, you have to come ready. Okay, so that's how it works. 8 weeks live training. All right, every Saturday for 3 hours, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then you get weekly mentorship. every Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then you get to work on your LinkedIn optimization. Okay, so we have resources that will help you optimize your LinkedIn profile to attract clients and recruiters. So if they are searching for an AI automation engineer, they can see you there. If they are searching for a business analyst, they can see you there. If they're searching for a project manager, they can see you there. So that's the goal. That's the goal of the LinkedIn optimization. Okay. And then we also help with Upwork. All right. Upwork profile setup. You can see that there. We also help you with your interview preparations. All right. So when you eventually get interviews, jobs, we can help you prepare for that. Okay. So we can help you prepare for interviews. So it's more like we're not just on a call with you asking you whatever. We are literally acting like your recruiters and ensuring that you know what you're doing when you eventually get into that interview, so that you can bag the roles. You check, if you check our LinkedIn, if you check our Instagram, you see testimonials of people getting jobs. That's the end goal. That's what we want for you. And then we put in all the effort together with yourself to ensure that you cross that bridge. Okay. So job reference letters, we give job reference letters. Sorry. So if your organization needs, a professional reference letter, we create that for you and then give it to you at no cost. Now we also help with on the job support. Okay, where after you got in your role, that probational period where they are trying to check you and all of that, we assist you in those times. So you can always reach out to your facilitator for support. Maybe there are some tools that you're not very familiar with. You can reach out to your facilitator for support. Now, we also help with, we also have Tuesday sessions where you get to ask questions around what happened on Saturday. So say for instance, although I said it earlier that if you have questions, you can drop it in the chat. Okay. So say for instance, I'm teaching process mapping on Saturday, and then maybe there was one thing you didn't understand, blah, 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 and you were not able to ask on that Saturday. On Tuesday, by 9 p.m., you and your facilitator, you ask questions, you get answers, you build as you go. Then we also have a very good alumni community, okay, where we share resources, job roles, resources majorly that can help you improve as you go, okay? And then you get to work on your capstone project. Sorry. You get to work on your capstone project, okay, for 2 weeks. And then there is also accreditation. Our certificates are accredited, globally recognized certificates, okay. You know, I mentioned earlier that, your certificate is not really, your portfolio is the most important thing. Yes, we help you build your portfolio. We also help you get a very good certificate, because the certificate we tender, or we render rather, is very, very recognized. Let me show you what I mean. Now look at this top left corner of your screen where we have the business logo. Okay, where we have the business logo, you can see this here. That's to show you that our certificates are accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. Okay, yeah, that is that there. Okay, so that's to show you that we know what we are doing and we're not just joking around. All right, so we have, some testimonials, people that have joined the program, their success stories, how they were able to transform their lives, how they moved from where they are to where they need to be. Someone like Pavel. Pavel was a teacher in Cameroon, and after joining the program, data analysis program, right, he was able to secure a job as an healthcare data analyst in the US. Now, one of the interesting things about Pavel's story is that he didn't know anything about data analysis. Yeah, you might be like, is that true? Is that correct? Well, you get access to this what's it called, this slide, and you'd be able to watch his video. This part that he said that you see, listen to Pavel here, you can watch Pavel's video there, and you see that yes, he didn't know anything, and then he was able to secure a job from being a teacher. Okay, from being a teacher. Now the second person is Bukola. Bukola was a business analyst and joined our business analysis program. Okay, she joined our business analysis program, and the interesting thing about Bukola is she got 2 jobs in 1 year. In January 2024, she landed her first role as a business analyst and her second job as a data business analyst. So that's to show you that even in whichever course you choose to take, there is still a niche. Okay, so there is business process analyst, there is risk analyst, even in business analysis. Okay, there is process analysis, there is data business analysis. So that's to show you that yes, we are bringing you into an ecosystem where you can grow. Okay, how much is the cost? We're getting there, just give me a minute. All right, so the last person I want us to look into is Judith. Judith was a carer. Judith was a carer while studying in the UK. She wanted more out of life, and all of that. And then she joined our program. Okay, she joined our program, business analysis. And then in 3 months, she was able to secure a job working remotely. She was doing her master's. Okay, so if you are doing your master's, I even have a student that just finished her master's in the UK, and she literally just finished a program, 2 months ago. Was that 2 months ago? May was 2 months ago. So that's to show you that even if you are a student and you're doing your master's, doesn't mean that you cannot upskill by the side. All right, it's really when you see that this master's I'm doing is just for the certificates. Because there are some people that do it just for the certificates. Okay, so you can build as you learn. All right, you don't want to shoot yourself in the leg. So make sure that you are building something for yourself while being in school. Now, you don't want these opportunities to sleep, right? Give me a thumbs up now. You don't want this opportunity to sleep. This opportunity that is in front of you like this, to build, to learn, to grow. You don't want this opportunity to sleep. You don't want this opportunity to sleep. That's why I've brought you this program. There's a new cohort starting today. And when I say today, I mean like, the program is starting today, right? Today you get access to the LMS if you make payments to join the program today. And now the LMS is a learning management platform where you will see videos that would help you augment your learning. Now, it's a 2 months program. What that means is that you're not going to learn everything in 2 months, but we've been able to create a video for you where you would learn, and then when you come into your live classes, you can pick up faster. Okay, so when you make payments to join the program today, you would get access to that LMS. You would also get access to mentorship with facilitators. You get access to mentorship where you learn about job posting, how to apply to job, how to revamp your CV, how to position yourself for opportunities in the marketplace, how to position your opportunity for yourself for opportunities in the marketplace. All right, now the real value of everything in this package is 980. Okay, the real value of everything in this package is 980, but it's currently being sold for 200,000. Okay, so whichever program you choose to register for, you would get access to it with 200,000 naira. 200,000 naira one-time payment. And if you're not paying once, you're like, oh, I don't want to pay one time, I want to pay twice. Okay, you would have to pay 140 for the first installment and then 140 for the second installment. You see, saying you didn't motivate me with anyone Anyone story from Nigeria. They are Nigerians now. Or is it because they got a job with people outside Nigeria? They are Nigerians. You didn't see their names. Bukola, um, Pavel. Pavel is not Nigerian, though he's from Cameroon. Okay, and then Judith. Judith is a Nigerian, okay, but she was doing a master's abroad. So of course they did it with analytics, and we are here. And then if you go on our page, you still see success stories from people that are Nigerians, all right, that have actually gotten jobs. Okay, so that being said, the payment is here, 200,000 naira. There's a payment link in the chat already. All you need to do is to click on that link, select your program, make payments, and then get access to the program. Okay, there's a running cohort every month. So you might be asking, so when will the live classes start? The live class will start, you get access to the LMS immediately you make payments. That's one. You get access to mentorship, which is a live class every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. But you get your full live class experience in September. All right. Your live class with your facilitator from week 0 to week 1 to week 2, week 4, week 5, will start next month. But the program for you, when you make payment tonight, starts today. Okay, so the link is accessible to everyone. You can click the link and then proceed to make payment. Akinola, is Akinola here? Okay, so Akinola was asking earlier about the price. Okay, so can we see the course outline? All right, so the course outline is in that link. Let me show you very quickly. I want to share my full screen now. Okay, so once you click on the link, it takes you to the web page. All right, so this is the web page. This is the Tenalytics page, the website. All right, so you get to select the program that you want to choose from. For instance, if you're choosing BA, you can click on view program. Okay, so when you click on view program, you would see the curriculum, you would see the course description. You can see it here, course description, the curriculum. Okay, so this is the curriculum. All right, where it shows what you do week by week, the practicals, the outcome week by week. Okay, so you can see process planning. It's a lot. You'll be learning a lot from the program. Agile and Scrum, all right, because this course is you doing business analysis and project management. You can see that here. So all you need to do is click on that link. Click on that link. You can see process modeling and workflow design with AI. All right. So you can see everything you're going to be working on in that link. Okay. Now to make payments, all you need to do is click on the enroll now. Okay. So you click on enroll now and to take you to where you're going to make payments. Sir. So let's see. All right, so we're in now. So you get to choose the cohort you want to join. You choose your cohort, you choose your payment plan. Why is it not selecting? Let me refresh. So if you have questions, you can drop it in the chat. You can still drop your questions in the chat. So I respond as we go. Okay. So you select your cohort. All right, okay. I was clicking on the wrong thing. Just choose, click on choose payments plan. There you can select your cohort. Like I said, the next cohort is in September. And if you are not available, if you're like, oh, September might not be chance, whatever, you can choose the October cohort. Okay. You just know that you have a program that you are running for that month. So now, if you want to make full payments, are we together? If we're still together, give me a thumbs up. Okay. If you want to make full payment, you select full payment. All right. And then you would click on pay. Okay. Click on pay and you've seen the payment options. It's very seamless, very easy. All right. So it's not anything difficult at all. So what are the payment options? You can choose to pay with your card, input your card details. You can choose to do a transfer. Okay, you can choose to do a transfer. And when you do the transfer, you just select I've sent the money. Or you can choose to use your USSD. Okay. You can see this now, USSD for GT Bank, and then you make your payment. And if you want to do your installments, if you want to pay instrumentally, if you want to pay instrumentally, all you need to do is to go back, select enroll now, right? Then you go to your choose payment plan, you select the cohort you want to join, and then you would pick this instead of this, right? You pick this instead of this, okay? And then you select it, same process, same procedure, you keep going like that, like that, like that. So do we have any other questions? We have just 5 slots for this, okay? We have just 5 slots for this. So when my 5 slot is up, it is up. All right. You can see the original amount here. The original amount is 333,000. I got to, have conversations to bring it down. So if you are interested in joining the program, make sure that you click the link. Okay. Click the link, you get access to the curriculum, you get access to insights around the program and the likes. So I want to show you the LMS. Okay, this is not the correct. I want to show you the LMS. Okay, just give me a minute. I want to show you what you'll be getting immediately you make payment tonight. If you've made payment already, just let me know in the chat so that we can celebrate you. Okay. So if you make payments, just let us know in the chat. All right, let me show you the LMS. Let me show you very quickly. So this is the LMS platform. Very interactive. Okay, it shows you your name. Okay, and this video shows you how to navigate the LMS. All right, and here, let me show you the videos that I was mentioning earlier. This is the program I'm currently enrolled in. Okay, so if you're enrolled in data analysis or project management or AI automation, you would see it here. Okay, so you select your program, open program, and then look at these videos, guys. Look at the videos here. Introduction to project management, key responsibilities of a PM, career path, and all of that. So everything in the curriculum is already here. Everything in the curriculum is already here. Okay. Prompt design and framework. You even have case studies that you can start working on before your cohort starts. Then week 2, same. Week 3, same. So it goes like that on and on till you're done with the program. You can see till you're done with the program. So it grants you access to start your journey. Okay. So we have just few slots left. Join the program today. Get access to the resources. Click the link in the chat. Join the program. Get access to the resources. It's 200,000 naira tonight, and then after tonight, you get to pay the original amount, and then also you can pay in installments, 140, 2 times payment. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp contact. You can reach out to me once you make payments, or if you have questions, um if you need clarity, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to the number in the chat right now. You can reach out to them. You can ask questions. You can book a clarity call. All of that. So if you're confused about the program to enroll in, you can ask questions. Okay, you can ask questions. We have just 5 slots for that. We have just 5 slots for that. You get to start your journey tonight. Get access to the LMS, get access to the recordings, get access to the LMS videos, get access to mentorship. Okay, so these are some of the things you get access to. All right, these are some of the things you get access to. So I'm just going to give us another 5 minutes for those that are ready to start. Okay, click the link. I don't know what you are scared of. The truth is in another 5 months, or I dare say in another 5 years, if you don't take the step now, okay, if you don't take the step now, you might not have gotten what you intend to get. For instance, some of us have goals, we have plans. So I want to do this. Earlier this year, we decided that we wanted to get into tech. We decided that we wanted to, change the trajectory of our lives. We said we wanted to do certain things. Okay, so if you have those things in mind, you can start your journey now. Okay, Jeremiah, Angel, Ayodele, Beatrice, David, Gracious, Success. Do you have questions? Yusra, sorry, Yusra. Do you guys have questions? If you need clarity, let us know. Let us know in the next few minutes. Okay, we have just 3 minutes more. Okay, so you can ask your questions. If you need clarity, you said you wanted to start your career journey. Okay, you get access to mentorship, you get access to revamp or review your CV, you get access to LinkedIn optimization. Okay, Upwork, you get to start working on your Upwork profile, so you can start getting opportunities even before you finish your program. Okay, you've seen success stories of people, Pavel, Bridget, okay, Bukola. So these are people, real people that join the program, and then they add real shifts. Okay. All right, Precious, you can unmute and speak. Ayuche, can she unmute her mic, or is there a setting? Okay. Uche, if you have a question, you can unmute because your hand is raised. All right, and is already down. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight's call. Please ensure to reach out to us. My number is still here. Let me go back. So this is my number. You can take a screenshot. You can send a DM. You can place a call, or you can reach out to the number already in the chat. I would see you guys in the next class. I'm hoping that that next class will be when you enroll in the program. And when you enroll, just let me know that, oh, Mercy, I already enrolled. I'm enjoying my time here. Love my facilitator, love my colleagues. Amazing, amazing time. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing night rest. Make sure to implement everything you've learned tonight. Okay. If you've not filled out the attendance form, fill it out so that I can get access to the resources. All right. Make sure to implement all that you learn in tonight's webinar. Bye, guys.